The Kansas Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired was founded in 1920. The Kansas Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired is celebrating its 100th anniversary. We have captured the life stories of some of our members, talking about the barriers they have had to face in terms both of discrimination and in employment situations.
I'm Beulah Carrington. I was born blind. I had congenital glaucoma. So I went to the school for the blind for 12 years. Then, after I got out of school, I went to KU, and my parents just took me up to Lawrence and let me out. You know, at the school then they didn't teach travel training, so I didn't have a cane. I could see some to get around by myself, but I would hold on to different students' arm to go from building to building. And then finally one student said, "Bill, maybe you don't think you need a cane, but I'd feel more comfortable if you had one." I said, "Okay." So he gave me, it was just a little brown cane. It wasn't the legal white cane, but my mom found out how to order the white cane. So that's what I got for Christmas. And I used the cane for probably 40 years or more. One day my son came home, said, "Mom, you ought to get a dog." I said, I don't like dogs. But, well, because sometime at the KABVI convention, some of the dogs in the back would get in tussles with each other and, you know, sound like they were fighting. So I was sort of afraid of them. But anyway, a few months later, he said it again. I thought, okay, so I went and I got my first guide dog in January 1979, and this is my 5th dog. I've been using them 40 years. So it's really been a wonderful thing because I was real good with the cane, but especially nowadays, the way people are, I feel more secure with the dog. I can go faster and further and longer. So when I left KU, I was home for a year. I didn't have a job yet, but then I got the job at Topeka State Hospital typing in the social work office for doctors and the psychologists and the psychiatrists too. We had to take typing in school, and I thought, oh, I hate typing. I sure don't want to be sitting at a desk typing all day. But that's what I ended up doing, and I enjoyed the job. And they were really happy because some of the girls, well, we had a lot of doctors from foreign countries that were in Menninger School of Psychiatry. So they couldn't understand them, but by being over at KU with a lot of foreign students and in the co-op, I was, you know, I could understand different. So they were happy not to have all these blank spots in their reports or words that didn't make any sense. So I retired in 1997 when the hospital closed after being there 40 years on and off. I have 2 children, so I had time off each time I had my children. I have 2 kids, 8 grands, 16 greats, and 4 great-greats.
Wow.
So, and I've been retired since the hospital closed 22 years ago. Haven't been bored or lonesome. Oh, I was going to say, well, when I first got the job, and well, most of you probably don't even know about when the typewriters were manual and they had to throw the carriage when you got to the end of the line. Yes. Well, I did that for several years and I got bursitis, so they said, we've got to get an electric typewriter for Beulah, because I was doing most of the typing. So I got the electric typewriter, and then I heard him one day saying, well, next year we're going to go to computers. And I thought, oh dear, that'll be the end of my job. I don't know anything about computers, because I didn't know they had the voice program, but I found out about that. So Carolyn was the one who taught me the computer, was my computer instructor. So I got good with the computer. And I still have one at home. They're still frustrating at times. I guess that's the main.
Learn more about KABVI at kabvi.com.